Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by today's title, today is interview day. Is my third interview slash this is my first interview following last week's video. So this was set up that same day. He actually emailed me and said, I've sent you details off to this practice, like I've told them they need to interview you, and they wanted to interview me the day after, but I was working all day so I couldn't go, and this was the next available slot, so I managed to switch shifts at work so that I could go. You are very zoomed in. I'm using my new phone and it's just very zoomed in. Is it sunny? No, that's a little bit better though. So yeah, I'm just on my way. This practice is pretty close to my house. Why are they flashing? That's weird. Anyways, this practice is close to my house and it's actually where my friend Gemma had her Invisalign treatment done, which I doubt they'll remember me. I just went with my friend, but for a consultation, so I know where it is. And yeah, it's like 10 minutes away from my house. I still haven't heard of the first dental practice that I had an interview at, but I also, we was trying to get someone's attention to wave. Okay. I also have another interview on Thursday. So I'm going to leave that for the video next week, just because I want to get this uploaded as soon as I can, and then I can work on my other videos. After this interview, I actually have to film my video for tomorrow, which you would have seen. It would have been my collective haul. I'm not gonna lie, I was meant to do it the other day, but then Max ended up picking me up a lot earlier than what he made out, and then I couldn't do it Sunday because I was at his house and I didn't have all my things. Monday was a complete write-off because I was severely hungover. So yeah. So on my email for this practice, I have to get there 15 minutes before, which is just a bit awkward because weirdly I've not been getting nervous for these at all. I think it's because it's not as if I don't have a job at the minute and I need to get a job. It's just a case of finding a placement or a dentist that will pay what I want them to pay and that wants me. It is what it is. My one on Thursday pays a national minimum wage, which is great. I don't know what these pay, which I have to awkwardly ask in the interview unless they mention. So, and the one on Thursday's not in the same city that I live. I do have to drive to it, but it's fine because they pay the national minimum wage, so cost of fuel and stuff will be fine. And I'm still going to be doing shifts at the coffee shop because I have my little plan. Like, I can't believe how far I've come mentally since my it wasn't little, but since my breakdown, like, what was it, like 2 months ago or something? I can't remember. But being more selfish and not, it's not bad to be selfish. It's not bad to take time for yourself. Like, as much as I love my family and Max, they're all very demanding and require a lot of my time. And because I was working like 50 to 70 hours a week, as well as trying to fit in all my family, like, I was just so overwhelmed and lost and exhausted. And yeah, it just all got too much. So my main issues right now are making sure that I'm getting... Apologies, I got a phone call and I can't remember what I was saying. Was I talking about being selfish? Oh, my main issues currently is just my weight gain. I just feel so insecure in myself, and yeah. But other than that, and making sure I'm earning enough money, that's what I was saying in my little part-time job, which is kind of going full-time, but they are aware that my availability is going to be changing, just because I want to do this more. So basically, like, my little plan, which I've only told to Kirsty, I think, and she thinks it's a really good idea, and it just gives me a little goal. And being busy and potentially tired for a little while in the long run is going to pay off, just because whilst I'm young and can push myself, I may as well. So I just really need to focus on looking after myself, because as long as I'm looking after myself, I know I'll be able to work as much as I'm aiming to work. But we will see. I'm starting traffic, and I really hope the car, like, to the left, because I've not turned the brightness down on my phone, and they're probably like, why is she filming herself? So I have my little plan, I have my goal, and I've also been putting it out there. This is so funny, but I got it from Kim Zolciak Bierman, and it's ask, receive, believe, or ask, believe, receive. And I just put it out there, you know, my goals, and how quickly I've gotten all these interviews and things is just, it's crazy. And, you know, I've always been a really loyal employee to everyone I've ever worked for, and always gone above and beyond. And granted, like, it has been taken advantage from at times. I feel like now's going to be the time where I reap the benefits and I get the good karma from being that person and being the way I am. So yeah, I'm excited. So I'm probably about 5 minutes away from my interview. I'm going to get there 10 minutes early, not 15, but that's better than nothing. I did get a bit distracted this morning. I couldn't find this dress. This is like my go-to interview dress. It's the only semi-smart thing I own. Because at my last job, even though it was an office job, it was casual. So I just wore like jeans and stuff. And I couldn't find it. So I put on this other dress that I have and ripped it. So I was in a bit of a panic, but I eventually got there and I'm on my way. And yeah, I just hope parking's decent. But we'll see. We will see. The only thing I don't have is a printout of my CV, but I'm pretty sure Jay from Training 2000 would have sent it to them, because he set up this interview and the one on Thursday, and the one on Thursday is in like a really decent little town. So when I emailed them, the best she emailed me asking, saying she got my details off Jay, if I was available on Thursday and if I could fill out this application form. I emailed back saying what is the rate of pay, because I've been applying for ones that pay more and I don't want to waste your time if it's going to be less. And she emailed back saying they pay the national minimum wage for your age group, which is amazing. But because of the town that it's in, before I sent that email, I just assumed that they would pay that, just because it's a well-off little town. But the area that I live is the city, but it's got rich towns attached to it. It's really random. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, the future is looking bright. For a while it was dull and I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel to save my life, but never be afraid to ask for help, ever. Sorry, the roads are so bumpy. And never be afraid to take a step back, take a pay cut, because that's what I've done. I mean, I was a bit stressed this week, but luckily, like, I have good friends and family that can help me. But don't be afraid to take a step back, to take 10 steps forward, because it does work, and in the long run it's worthwhile, 100% worthwhile. So I'm to my interview and I will see you when I get out. Okay, so I just got out. That was it wasn't very long, it was like 40 minutes, but that's like the longest, oh, maybe it was more than 40, I think it's like 45 minutes. It was, the lady that I interviewed with, it really didn't feel like an interview at all. None of them have actually. She was really nice. I met all of the dentists except they've just had it refurbed, so they were kind of like all up in the air. One of the dental nurses who was just qualifying, I think, she's just come to the end of her apprenticeship. I met with her, she seemed really nice. I met with another lady that's currently doing her apprenticeship. I met the head dental nurse and yeah, I met like the main dentist who my friend had a treatment with, and it was just really nice. And I have a shadowing experience tomorrow morning, which is really exciting. So I'm gonna continue this video and then fill you in after my shadowing, just because that's really exciting. I feel like if they want me, I will potentially know after the shadowing. I chickened out about asking how much will I get paid, because I feel like we didn't talk about anything like that. So I think after the shadowing, if I know it's still what I want to do, that'll be when we discuss that side of it. Because there is a mature lady, and I mean mature, currently on the apprenticeship, I feel that they pay the national minimum wage. So and it's a private dental practice, so they can afford to. They also have I think they have another apprentice, or I don't know if they said they have 2 other dental apprenticeships. It might have been them too, so I'll be like the newest member. It's a really nice practice. The only downside, they wear Crocs. There's worse things in life, but the uniform isn't too bad. It's like a white with like a pale green. It was nice. Now I just have to find something to wear tomorrow. Can't have my hair down, obviously, I knew that. And I can't have my long nails. I don't know if I'm going to file them down or not for tomorrow. Not that I'll be doing much, I'm just shadowing one of the dental nurses. So yeah, that's really exciting. So I feel like if things go well and we do talk about the next steps, I could potentially start in there relatively soon. Crazy. And then I've got my other interview on Thursday, obviously. So I will see you after I finished my shadowing tomorrow. She said 9:45 till about 1, which is pretty decent. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly nip to my mum's to get some lunch and then head home and film my YouTube video and then get ready for work. Who even am I? Oh, the only thing is, I think I'd have to do less. I won't be able to do Monday and Tuesday at the coffee shop. I want to do that Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday morning at the coffee shop. I won't be able to do Monday and Tuesday because they work late. So it'd probably have to be like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the coffee shop. But you know, that's fine. It is what it is. Because they said you'd probably get out at like 7:30 on a Monday and a Tuesday. But I don't mind. They finish early on the other day, so I could just start earlier on the other days. A Wednesday I would be at the training place, like I said, and that you finish at 4. So I could potentially be at the coffee shop for 4:45, like 5 o'clock. So getting some decent hours on those days, which I'm fine with that. So yeah, I'm really excited and I really liked that dental practice. I thought that the first one was like, I want to work there, like I really like the uniforms. It's the first one I applied for, but I feel like that team there, like after meeting them all, is where I want to be. So I've not been to the other one yet, so I don't know, but I feel like because they had such a mixture of ages and there was like younger team members, and there's a girl whose name is very similar to mine. I'm Lashana, she's called Shauna. Yeah, they just all seem really nice. So, and they do like team things all the time, which is really nice. So it's not just work, they do work and play, which I'm excited for. I feel really good after going there, and I'm really excited to do my shadowing tomorrow. So I will see you when I get out tomorrow. So it has been about 4 hours since I completed my shadowing that I did this morning. I came home and kind of just, I didn't nap. I know I didn't fall asleep, but I kind of just rested. I'm still really tired. My dad is in Amsterdam watching football, so he's away for, well, he was away last night and he's away tonight. He's back tomorrow, but I don't do well in this house by myself. And last night, so sorry, I had a really bad anxiety dream, and then I actually had a nightmare. So I'm just so tired, and I've got to go to work now. Well, in about 10 minutes I've got to set off to work. So my shadowing went really well. I'm just going to continue to like sort my hair out whilst I fill you in, just because I've not got time. Yeah, it went really well, and I left again feeling like I really want to work there. Everybody just made me feel so welcomed. I didn't feel like I was a newbie, like just sat in the corner watching them work. I just felt like I was part of the team already, which is obviously really nice because I'm not. I didn't realise how family orientated it was. So basically the practice has been going like in the city that I live, I think for like 25 years or something. But the guy that opened it, him and his wife have had it, came from like the lakes, and then have just grown the practice. He's obviously the main doctor, and then there is 2 other dentists. One's there all the time and one works in 3 other practices. So I met her today. The main dentist has been her dentist since she was 3. So she was a patient and now she's qualified and she works there. His wife is obviously on the desk, and then his daughter-in-law does admin, and she was who I interviewed with, and then his other daughter-in-law is now like kind of a head dental nurse there, but she went off and had a little boy 2 years ago. So there's another girl who was the apprentice who kind of helps her with that role. So it's so, I like that it's family orientated like that. And then there's obviously like, I want to call her a hygienist, but they don't go by that anymore. She's a dental therapist, which is potentially what I will train to do if I want to do that. But there's so many courses that I can do and things that I can help with. Like if I didn't want to take the dental therapist route, I could just be a dental nurse, but obviously I want to do as much as I can, because the more you do, the more money you get. So that was really nice. And then I sat in with all 3 of them, and it was just interesting because the dental therapist mainly does scale and polishes, and then there's another guy who mainly does root canals, but today he did like a composite repair. He also removed some, what are they called? Someone had Invisalign and they had like things put on their teeth, so that the teeth would move a certain way. He removed those. I saw him give a guy impressions for some whitening. I can feel my gel polish coming off, and I don't want it to. Oh, maybe that's gone away. Okay, never mind, I was going to glue it down. And then I saw another guy get a fill-in. There was a couple of x-rays, but overall, yeah, I must have been feeling things, that's not coming off. Yeah, it was just really good, and I just know that is where I want to be. And the pay is exactly where I want it to be, which again is really positive. So she said I should know by Friday, which is really quick turnaround. So yeah, now it's just a waiting game. I do have my other interview tomorrow, so I've got that to go to, so you'll see that in next week's video. And if I do hear of these on Friday, I'll have that in next Monday's video as well, just so that you're not sort of waiting around, and then it'll be like the next step. So I'm so excited about where my future is heading. I hope you are enjoying these little motivational Mondays, and if you are needing a bit of inspiration to take the leap, to take a career change, then I hope I'm inspiring some of you. And I will see you all on Wednesday with another video. Bye.